everybody, and welcome to Poland Daily Travel. We're at the birthplace, or the location of the birthplace of Ludwik Zamenhof, the creator, however you want to say, of Esperanto, the universal language of which is spoken by about 2 million people today around the world. Unbelievably, and some people even have it as their first language, but that's in the mere thousands. I've never met one. Perhaps you have. At any rate, Zamenhof was born on this location in a fairly normal house of the time. He was in a Jewish family. They spoke Yiddish, Polish, and Russian at home. And somehow, growing up in the milieu of all the different cultures, because you had Tatar culture, which is Muslim, of course. You had Eastern Orthodox, you had Jewish, you had Polish Catholic, or Roman Catholic rather. And growing up in this group, not only those particular religions, but different languages from many different countries, of people coming through on the trade route going up to the Baltic. It was an occasion to reflect upon cultural differences and similarities. And it was out of these differences that he sought to create a language which could be universal, based on the outstanding parts of various languages. So he created Esperanto. Now, he was born right in the middle of the Polish partition in 1859. He died in 1917, just before Poland became a nation again in 1918. So he missed Poland getting its freedom, but nonetheless he sought to set people free. He was an ophthalmologist by trade, so he was always working on people's vision and improving their eyesight. So it's not surprising that he might have become, or he did become, something of a visionary himself. Nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize a number of years in a row, 7 or 8, and a figure of great repute in these here parts. Interesting guy, Ludwik Zamenhof, the inventor of Esperanto. Stay tuned. We'll see you after the trailer with more about Ludwik Zamenhof from Białystok, Poland. Hello everybody and welcome back. We're on the trail of Ludwik Zamenhof, as I was telling you before, the visionary ophthalmologist, the inventor of Esperanto. And here is a convenient table to show you where you might go and find out more things about Zamenhof. Zamenhof's very life represents what's so special about Białystok, and that is that it was so much a combination of cultures. You had synagogues next to Eastern Orthodox churches, next to Roman Catholic churches. You had Poles, Germans, Gypsies, Jews, Belarusians, Russians, Lithuanians, and other Baltic ethnicities. You had Tatars. I mean, you had the whole gamut. You had Turks. You had the whole gamut, partly from the trade flowing through, partly people just settling here. It was a major crossroads and a separate a place where the East and the West met. It was a crossroads of Europe on the way to Asia. Of course, Europe ends, they say, at the Ural Mountains, and then that's where Asia begins. Hence the name Eurasia, of the combination of Europe and Asia, and a sobriquet which began in, I would say, probably the 1960s, if I remember correctly. Before then, it was Europe and Asia. People gradually began to realize, much later than Mr. Zamenhof, how Europe and Asia are united by the country called Russia. Now, here you also find some examples of the language of of Esperanto. I could just give you a few phrases. I'll just read them off here. Dzień dobry, or say good morning, is bonan tagon. They've got good morning written here, but you know, mistakes happen. Dobry wieczór, or good evening, is bonan vesperon. Sounds a bit like Basque to me. A little bit like it. Cześć, or ciao, or tschüss, or some one of those, is saluton, or salute. So it's quite easy to pronounce. Pardon, or excuse me, is pardonu. Please is bon volu. It's easy to say. There's none of that of Polish, and none of the hidden consonants of English or French. Thank you is dankon. It's kind of like German, danke. From the heart is kore, kore. Serdecznie, as the Polish would say. Very is tre. Okay, that's like in French, only it's T-R-E. Yes is yes, but with a J instead of a Y. So phonetically, more phonetically spelling, because yes sounds like it should be J-E-S in English, but we all know that in English just memorize the stuff. It's not so hard to say the actual pronunciation, but getting to the right pronunciation when you look at it written is very difficult, as in the word bought, for example. It sounds like it should be B-O-T. It's actually B-O-U-G-H-T, so, which seems crazy, doesn't it? No is ne. That's like in various languages. Talk is paroli. Street is strato. I'm starting to like this language. It's easy, isn't it? Bella is nice. Bona is good. Bona. That's from Latin, isn't it? Bona fide, bona. Yeah. Or bon in French. Felice is happy, like felicitous. Felicitation. Felicity. Happy. Okay. Felisa. Or, well, there's an accent over it, so I don't know if it's Felicia or Felica. And then, or Felica, but I suppose it's Felica. And kafo, for coffee, how about that? Or kawa in Polish. Kafo. I think I like a kafo right now. And you might too, after walking around Białystok and looking at the sights. There's the Braniecki Palace, there's the cathedral, there is the Long Market Square, there are a number of churches. There's the Zamenhof Trail, where you can trace everything you need to know about Zamenhof and become a Zamenhof expert, if not an Esperanto expert. So I suppose I should say, wait a second, I should say bonan vesperon, good evening, because you'll be watching this in the evening. Thanks for watching, and greetings from Białystok. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and on YouTube. We appreciate it. It helps spread the program throughout the world, even more than it is already. Thank you very much. I'm Will Richardson in Białystok, talking about Ludwik Zamenhof, who invented Esperanto.